Hey y'all, it's Key, and in my last video you saw my unboxing of my first EvaWig and what I thought about their ordering process on their website. But as I promised you in the last video, this video is about taking that wig the way it came out of the box and making it work for you. My hair does not look like this wig did right out of the box. It's very Annie, very curly and just not me, but getting it to the place where it did look like me was really simple. So let me tell you about it. Hey y'all, so I'm back to show you how my wig looks now. Now those pictures that you saw earlier were of the wig, of course, straight out of the box, and excuse me, the curls just didn't look, terribly natural. But the advice that you get from EvaWigs is to wash and condition the wig before your first wear. So what I did was I filled up a sink, maybe about a gallon full of water, and I added a cap full of my favorite shampoo, so it wasn't really sudsy, it was just a little bit of suds, and I swirled the wig through that warm water, and I could tell immediately my fingers could just glide through it. So I combed through it with a comb, no problems whatsoever. Rinsed it out, and I smelled that factory smell was immediately gone. Then I deep conditioned it with my favorite conditioner. I left it in a bag for about an hour and just rinsed it out. Now it's been drying on my Gloria head for maybe a day or two, and so this is how it looks now. Does it look nice? So much more realistic too. Like, these curls look a lot like my coils in the back of my head. I have so many textures in my head, y'all know. So yeah, this is how it looks, and this is the 14-inch. I went with the 14-inch because my natural hair is 14 inches long when it's stretched, and so I was hoping this would look a lot like my hair, but it is definitely going to be longer than my hair, but long hair don't care, honey. So this is my first time wearing a wig cap, and it was a struggle. It was definitely a struggle. And sometimes when I'm in a hurry and I'm wearing this unit, I just pull my hair into that wig cap. I don't tie it down, braid it down, or anything. I just put the hair in that wig cap, slap on the wig, and I go. Now, you may remember from the last video that this wig only has 3 combs in it. It has one over each ear, and it has one in the crown, but there's no clip in the front of my wig. There's no clip in the back of my wig. But look at that texture. I mean, I am in love. I just think it is just so perfect and so similar to mine. It doesn't lay flush to my temple as I would like, but I still find that it looks really realistic when I wear it. So my first course of action is going to be to get rid of this lace front situation that I have going on here, because yeah, clearly that's not meant to stay there. But I do like that the texture is kinky, curly. I mean, pretty much right away. So I decided to twist my hair down because I was going to wear this wig every single day for a week. So I left my hair in twists underneath. I didn't want it to get tangled under my wig cap. And although I don't get the smoothest look from wearing it this way, I still think that the wig turns out pretty nicely. So watch and see. So I was advised that when I was cutting off my lace front, I needed not to cut too close to the hairline, so I didn't end up actually trimming off hair. This wig does have baby hairs, and I didn't want to cut those off. I also left it a little bit jagged so that the hairline would look more natural. But pulling it on to the front of my head and trying to make sure it was secure over my ears, I really liked it pretty much immediately. I fell in love with this unit, and I wore this unit the better part of winter. It was a protective style season for me, and I just found that every time I wore it, I got great attention, great compliments. People thought very highly of it. To me, it doesn't look super wiggy unless I pull it back away from my hairline, but I'll show you in a second how I camouflage that a little bit. Now, if you prefer the defined look to this more frizzy look, then don't run your comb through it. But I just really love a good dose of frizz. I just think natural hair is so pretty when it's fuzzy and frizzy. And I don't always wear it like that. I mean, sometimes I did wear it the way it looked after it dried. So I did go for definition from time to time. But anyway, that's how I wore my hair that morning for work. I just think it's the prettiest thing. Sometimes I wore it clipped to one side. I used an ouchless band or some sort of metal clip. But I just think the texture of it is so believable. I really, really love it. But I did need to make a couple of changes. One really necessary thing I had to do was to start pinning down my hairline. I found it really, really difficult to sew those extra clips to the lace front area. It just wasn't working for me. So I took some bobby pins, the open kind, not the ones that are flat and ribbed, but the ones that are just, you know, open bobby pins is what I call them. And I just used them to press my hairline down and make it look more natural. Hey y'all, let's put this gorgeousness back on. After a week of wearing my wig, it was looking really tired and fuzzy. I will insert a clip, but I just dragged it through some conditioner water and let it air dry. Honey, it is back, hunty. Curls looking right. Now, I ordered bleached roots, and I don't know exactly what was going on with EvaWigs that day, but I have to say these roots do not look bleached to me. Do you see these roots? They look very dark. Let me see if I could get in here closer so y'all can see. Yeah, this right here is not a bleached root to me. It is very dark. I can see all those dark hairs. That's not bleached. And so my hairline was not looking natural at all. So I went in and snatched out quite a bit of hair right in here. I just pulled it right on out. So now it's all smooth and stuff. That's my finger, you see through there. So to create my part, I made 2 parts down the center of my head and left a little strip in the center. And what I wanted to do with that tiny strip is just yank all the hairs out. I used my tweezers, and I did a pretty thick part because naturally my parts are thick. I have low density hair, and so a thick part looks really good on me. If your hair is higher density, then you might want to do thinner parts, but I wanted a part down the center. I wanted a part over my right eyebrow, another one over my left eyebrow. So I pulled 3 parts and I just change it up. I change up my look whenever I want to. Having those parts has given me a lot of options. Let's see if we can line y'all up. Let's line up. Clip and clip. Okay. I think that looks like a natural part. What y'all think? Alright. Thanks for watching, y'all. So now y'all know how I'm making that unit work for me, and I also want to tell you what I'm doing to my hair, my real hair, to make it keep working for me too. So my next video is going to be an updated wash day regimen. See y'all later.